All right. I'm K4KJN Christine. A lot of you hear me on EagleNet. Tonight's my night on the net. And I'm going to talk to you about building a community. And the first thing I want to say is go mining in your own county. Find out all the people. I mean, you know all the people that come to Ares, but what about all the different clubs? We have 3 big clubs, and two of them are Lake Wales and Lakeland, and we share quite a few members that are the same, but mine those people and find out what their skills are and what they can do and how they can be a benefit to you and to each other and to the entire club. Oh, thank you. So mind your own people and see who you've got and who wants to learn. Now, the first thing that somebody brought to me was WinLink, and he was a CERT leader for a large community, and he said WinLink is really neat. And so he started talking to me about it, and I could see the benefit of it. And this is where being a good leader means listening to your people. So I listened to him and decided it would be a good thing for us. I set up a training period so all of my Ares people know how to use WinLink and are familiar with it, and he became the net control officer. So every week we have probably 20 to 25 people check in on a WinLink net. So that was the first thing. Next, I was talking to some of my people, and I'm talking about my people, man, because they are spectacular. I am a cheerleader for all the people in my group. So if you're a leader, just know how to appreciate your people. It's very, very important. So he was talking to me about CERT and GRMS and how many GRMS people there are. And I thought, well, that's a really good idea. I wonder what we can do. So can we establish a net maybe for GRMS or do something to kind of get them more usable for what we need to do? And they took off. And one of my members said, I'll write the script. And after he wrote the script, he said, I'll run the net. And when he opened it up, he said, oh, it's like running the Wild West out there, because they didn't know anything about ham radio protocols. And they were stepping all over each other. He said, it's the Wild West. Well, we worked on it. He worked on it. Greatly patient person. That's KB4FHP. He was a Florida Highway Patrolman for 25 years. So he's kind of good at organizing and getting in command and getting those people whipped into shape. But after about a year or so, I thought, you know, this is going to be really good. I think we need GMRS equipment in the radio room so we can maybe use them during emergencies. Now, wait a minute. We are very protective of our ham radio bands. We don't want nobody on our bands, they're ours. Do you know GRMS is equally protective of their channels? Yes, you need your own license, a different license to be on GRMS than you do on ham radio. And so quite a few of our people are duly licensed. I have my own GRMS and I have my own HF amateur radio license. So I have 2 licenses and I can run either one. So then I needed the equipment. And I went to my general manager, and when you want something from your general manager, you don't tell him how much you want it. You tell him how much he needs it. I mean, think a little different here. I said to him, Paul, guess what? I can get you 800 more boots on the ground, and it's going to be really great. And these go to every little subdivision, and they'll tell you what's going on all over the county, and it's going to be up-to-the-date information. It's going to give you more of an ability to know what's going on in your county and how to allocate assets and equipment and resources. And all I need is the equipment. He said, no problem. He bought it for me. Simple as that. Well, I have a little bit of a secret. My EM is also a ham radio operator, and he's really good at CW, so you may not hear him on voice, but he does understand ham radio. So anyway, then he was so excited, he said, you know, GMRS belongs to CERT, and CERT is under fire rescue. But hey, I'm friends with the lady that's in charge of CERT. Why don't I call her and tell her? And I'm like, well, that sounds like a great idea. And so he did and set us up, and we had a meeting. Now, when CERT sends out all of their information to their members, guess what? They talk about us, and they talk about we're offering free training for any of their people who want to learn how to either begin using radio comms for their CERT club, either GMRS or ham. We're open, or any of them who need to start it or need to upgrade what they already have and do more with it. Now look, all of you are looking for new members. Where do we get new members? Well, I know where there's a big fishing pond in my county. It's got 800 members in it. And most of them have already known how to use ham radio. They know how to turn it on and push the button. And we trained them on how to give a report. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So why not go fishing there? I mean, you guys like baseball. You don't start. The big leagues don't go looking in the neighborhood. They go looking in the little league. And I don't think of my CERT people as Little League, because they are amazing. They go into burning buildings, they move down trees, they do medical stuff. They have a lot of skills, but they didn't have a very good comms program. So we got together with them and we helped them. Oh, and then you guys, I hope you have a couple of good radio clubs in your county, because we have two. We have the one I belong to, which is Lake Wales, and then there's Lark, which is Lakeland. And so ours, the Lakeland Club, the Lake Wales Club decided to do a QRP in the park. Well, QRPs are UHF people, but we didn't want to leave everybody out. So we added the tailgate tech, and that was for our technical people who couldn't do HF yet, or didn't have any equipment to do HF. They were just struggling to get stuff to do 2 meter. And so we started the QRP and tailgate tech in the park every last Friday of the month, every last Saturday of the month, excuse me. And last week we had 29 people at the QRP, and we not only had techies, but we bring in our GRMS people. We bring them to our emergency meetings. We bring them to our QRPs in the park. We bring them to our club meetings, and they kind of get a taste for all the better stuff we can do over here with ham radio. And so our attendance is up 18% over last year. Hey, that's a pretty good fishing hole. And you've got people that aren't just totally newbies to the idea of community service. So why not? I think it's a good idea, and it's worked for me. So anyway, then what else can you do? Well, besides going fishing in your CERT group, how about people that need more equipment in their radio room? Well, I just hinted at the secret. I was talking to one of my members, yes, FHP again, and he said, you know what, you want to find out when the physical year is over. You know, that could be any month that your county government decides to start over. Find out when that is, because sometime like 6 or 8 weeks before the physical year ends, they're looking at their budget and they're seeing how much money they might have left over. And usually when they think of their budget, they're thinking maybe $500,000, $1 million. People are always got their hand out, but a lot of it's for big sums. But the secret is, you don't want to end the physical year with money in your budget. Maybe they'll think you don't need as much next year, and they'll cut your budget. So you got to think of a way to use all that money and maybe even go over a little bit, so you can tell them that you really need this equipment. But wait a minute, you don't really need this equipment because you want something new with all the bells and whistles and the latest equipment, and you don't have to connect to a signal link just to send a WinLink message. No, don't even think that way. Why do they need you? You're not going to sell them to put out $3,000, $5,000 on equipment if they don't need you. You got to tell them that equipment they're going to buy, it's going to back everything up. Because you can use my example. During Milton, we lost Verizon. We did. My whole county lost Verizon. But between GRMS and ham radio, we didn't miss a beat. We knew what was going on everywhere in our county the whole time. And guess what could happen to them? Well, they could serve their people better, and they could be sure to always have help on hand and to be able to get help when they need it if they just had a nice little radio room. Oh, and don't leave it up to them what to get. They have no clue. My goodness, write it out. You know what I asked for? An ICOM 700 base station, and we got, when they gave us, like I said, my EC, or my emergency manager is also a ham. So we not only got the ICOM base station, we also got the ICOM handheld. And of course, when you write up exactly what you want, write up exactly what you need to set it up, write up the exact cost, write up exactly where to get it. They have no clue. Come on, they don't want to do legwork. They want you to tell them exactly where you get it, where you want it delivered, and exactly how much it's going to cost. Because guess what? They just want to know what the bottom line is. They want to know how much you want from them. And you're not going to get it if you don't have all this information plus the sales pitch about how much this is going to make their constituents happy and want to vote for them again next year. So you got to think smart. But if you get all this going, oh, here's something else that happened with the GRS equipment. I happen to belong to the church that owns the very highest building in all of Haines City, Florida. And during hurricanes, my church has a radio station that we broadcast all over the county. So whenever we have an emergency, like a hurricane, the minute I get anything from NOAA, I send it right to the manager of the radio station so that he can give that information to his people. And that means they're going to be listening to the radio station. He's helping his whole community, and he loves it. And so when I ask him, can we put a GRMS antenna up? And it's going to help serve the community better, and it's going to increase the footprint and include things out east that we can't reach with the GRMS equipment we have now. He said, sure. And guess what? 2 weeks ago, somebody came to me and said, can we put a 220 up there also? Because we have a lot of people who like 220, and we can also use it for 2 meters, and that'll increase the footprint too in our area of the county. And so I went back and asked him, and he said, sure, just like that, sure. When do you want to do it? So I know I'm spoiled. And that's why I get to talk to y'all. And it's just not me, it's all my people. And they're so smart, and they give me the best advice, and I listen to them, and then I take their ideas and put it somewhere where somebody with a lot more brains than me can use it for the whole county. Oh, and about our meeting with the regular Lake Wales Repeater Association, we have lessons about different things. We've built antennas. We've had people speak about JOTA. We've had people speak of FTA. We've had people speak of Parks on the Air. We've had all kinds of different subjects that came up there, and we've not only had them in our club, we've had them at the QRP, but in our club, we're on Zoom because we have a lot of snowbirds, and so they can be with us. And they can pay their dues because they're with us, yes. No, I'm not just thinking of money, but it doesn't hurt to think of money once in a while. But anyway, because they come in on Zoom, and if you want to know what our QRPs in the park are like, you can actually find that on our website because we do videos of it. Oh wait, there's one thing I really forgot to tell you, and that was when we got the EOC involved, and we got the CERT people involved, and we took our own people, of course, and we did a joint exercise with them in the park. One of the QRPs, the Lake Wales Club, gave us their day in the park. We took it, we put out a script my thanks to Russ and for RTD. He wrote scripts about all different kinds of emergency situations. And we had 2 NCOs. We had the GMRS NCO and we had the ham radio NCO. And they called in their reports and they gave them the reports, time, event, location, format, which is what we asked for in Marconi. And they had practiced it, and they read it, and they sent it in, and they waited till it was read back to make sure it was correct. And then after about an hour and a half, we said, anybody want to try making up their own? You know, both sides had lines, because people wanted to make up their own and see if they could do it. And so it's exciting. What we're doing is exciting, and people can be excited to be a part of it if you think that way. And just go for it. And so that's my idea of building a community. Just not the people that you know, but if you know people who know people in government, or there's a program out there that will give you the name of every ham radio person in your county. Our club actually sent them all a little postcard. Hi, we're here, come and visit with us. And we got several people that had no idea there was a club, and some of those people had no idea there was an emergency group that they could join, emergency radio group. And in about 3 years, when they build a new EOC, they're not going to forget us. We're going to get our own radio room. Yay! So making friends is worth it. Reaching out into your community is worth it. And just being excited and enjoying what you do and the people you do it with is more than worth it. Thank you.